hot topic in the sports world right now. Miami Dolphins bullying. Johnathan Martin left the team because he was bullied. I'm just curious your guys' thought on bullying. Does that happen in the gym? And how do you guys in the Mayweather gym deal with bullying if it happens?
First off, you know, for the foremost, I don't respect bullying at all. It shouldn't happen. Everybody should be treated equal, whatever situation it is. But as far as two grown men making a crazy substantial amount of money, you know, you should never. Out of being years on this earth, whatever, you should be able to deal with certain situations. I mean, you should never let someone bully you or at least get you out your game to leave your livelihood, get you something that you're known for. You know what I mean? In this gym,
it's not
bullying, it won't happen. First off,
we all family in here, but it ain't gonna happen. We all respect each other's grind.
That's what it is.
We all working to get to the same goal, to achieve greatness. So ain't no reason to be on nobody else's toes.
Now, Jalen, you're one of the veterans of the gym here. What if a young fighter came up here and thought, you know, Linnell here, can you say, hey man, Linnell's put a little extra pressure on me. I don't really know what to do. You know, and someone maybe a little less experienced.
Well,
how would you deal with it here?
I know if Linnell is putting pressure on him, it's not that type of pressure. First off, it's pressure to grind. Linnell obviously seeing something in him, you know, to pull him to the side or to say something to him. I know these fighters. I know them personally. I know them just in the gym. These guys ain't in the gym to bully anybody. If they pull you to the side to say something, it's either to work hard, bro, you know, you lacking, you slacking, whatever it is, you know what I mean? So if Linnell is doing that, it's got to be something this kid is doing wrong. You know what I mean? And it's not to bully him, it's to make him work hard.
Yeah, now, Linnell, you're known as one of the hardest sparrers in here. Is there some times that you might go a little harder with someone because, in a way, to toughen them up because, you know, not because you're being mean, but because you think you see something in them that maybe.
Well, let me go ahead and stop you right there. I'm sparring with some of the greats right now. I don't get no easy work. I got the J.D.I. Loves, the Badu Jacks, the Cubas. I mean, ain't no bullying. We just all working hard no matter what. But if there is somebody in there with a little less experience or whatever have you, I mean, we working. We don't win sparring sessions. We here to learn. You know what I mean? So you'll never catch me trying to bully up or go extra hard on somebody that is lacking experience because that's not how you learn. That's not how you learn. And we all in here to build and grow as one. You know what I'm saying? We TNT stars and we lead by example. You know what I'm saying? We're up and coming, but we lead by example. And here, we like to lead with our work ethic.
Jalen, you're kind of a joke. So you guys believe in some light hazing with the newer guys here at the gym?
You know what I mean? We all, like I said, it's never disrespectful. It's never disrespectful to touch a personal situation or whatever it is. I mean, we make our own jokes. I mean, if it's a problem, it's because somebody can't take a joke. You know what I mean? Or they're a little more sensitive than others. But like I said, everybody is different. You know, you got so many people from so many different places. So you know what I mean? You kind of learn and read off of people what's right, what's wrong, what not to do, what, you know what I'm saying, what you can do. You know, but like I said, everybody in this gym, man, you know, this is the environment. You see it on TV. This is what it is. So you kind of know what you're walking into. Like I said, we never make nobody uncomfortable here. Everybody is welcome. Pay your gym dues, come in here and get to work. You know what I mean? We put you in there evenly. We never overmatch you. And the guys, if you are overmatched, the guys are working with you, not to whoop your ass, not to make you look bad. You know what I mean? Not to shine on you. It's all to make you work or whatever the case. So, I mean, respect is everything, man. And that's all it is. I mean, we got that before boxing. You learn to respect other people. You know what I mean? So that's just one thing we do. We definitely don't respect everybody.
All right, guys, appreciate it. Hey, Liddell, let me just ask you this. The big news in sports right now, Miami Dolphins, Johnathan Martin left the team as a result of, you know, what he claims is bullying. In a boxing gym now this is, you know, you have people swinging fists here. Do you ever see any instances of bullying here, and how does that shit get dealt with in a boxing gym? Have you yourself ever been a victim of it in a gym?
Well, not really. Like, we have arguments and stuff all the time, you know. You might argue with this person with that person, but the bottom line is, man, as a grown man, you shouldn't allow yourself to get punked by anybody. You know, stand up and have some pride for yourself, you know. So I don't care who you are, who the man is punking on you. Y'all don't have to fight. If you know you don't want to get beat up, you know, just stand up as a man and tell him, you know, to stop this and this and that, or, you know, don't sit there and get punked as a man. You know, if all else fails, go crazy, hit him with a chair. No, I don't condone violence, but, you know, stand up for yourself. I just think that he should have stood up for himself. And they say that he was friends. I don't know if it was hazing because Boogie was only in his second year, but it happens. But you got to stand up for yourself as a man.
How would that go over in the gym if you left the gym or went to other people about what you perceived as bullying, and instead of maybe dealt with it in some sparring or something?
Man, I wouldn't be able to live with myself. I don't know how any grown man could. Just turn the other cheek and be like, oh, you know what, I'm done with this gym. I'm going somewhere else. No, I'm gonna say something, even if I leave the gym because I don't like to do it because they was picking on me. I'm gonna say something first, and then I'm gonna leave. But I think that as a man, and you have to set pretty much not a standard, but just show like if you have children, you wouldn't want to show that you're a weak person. How are you going to lead your children if you can't even stand up for yourself?
Now a boxing gym seems like it would lend itself even more to bullying, just based on the fact, like I said, you guys are punching each other basically on a daily basis. Have you ever seen that happen? Maybe to someone else, either in this gym or another gym you've been training at in the past?
No, I never actually seen like actual bullying, man. I seen like people just like, man, people like kind of rag on each other, like pick on each other and have jokes and stuff like if somebody got beat up in a sparring match or something. Of course, people gonna talk. You might say something about each other and just joke with them. But as far as that, like we're a different breed fighters because this is what we do. Football, if y'all get mad, y'all gonna fight. We're already in here fighting. Or as boxing, same difference. Fighting, boxing, but so we react different, because we're not gonna be like, all right, let's go fight. Let's fight in the street or something because we're already doing it. So there's not too much bullying. People know where they are, in the road. If somebody's better than you in boxing, then you still stand up like, hey man, I don't like the way you're talking to me. But as far as physical, scuffling and stuff, no, I won't ever reach that point.
All right, I think a big story in sports this week is bullying in the NFL. Just kind of interesting being in a boxing gym. Your thoughts on bullying? Does it happen in the gym, and how does it get dealt with in a place like the Mayweather Boxing Club if it does happen?
I don't know, man. Anytime I had a street fight, it was always against a bully. Not really them bullying me, but I never liked bullies, so I always took it to them. I always smashed them, for the guys that they was bullying. So to me, a bully just a coward that's weak on the inside, so they need to find, basically they're predators. They find prey that's weak, to make themselves feel better, but it's lame to me.
Well, that's you're a fighter. That's the one debate though in this situation with the football players was whether or not the guy that's being victimized should have stood up for himself. You have two offensive linemen, so they're huge dudes. You had one guy, sending nasty voicemails or whatever, making him pay, huge tabs, that kind of thing. So how do you think? First of all, how do you think the football player Johnathan Martin should he react? He walked away from the team and he chose not to confront him and he's going to apparently deal with it legally. How do you think he should have handled that? Or how would you have handled that if you were in the same situation?
We would have just had to rumble, to be honest, but everybody handled it different. So I guess that's the way the guy handled it. He gonna take it to court, and I guess it's to teach the other guy a lesson that I guess bullying, is pointless really. If he happen to lose money or whatever, just from messing with somebody else, it's not doing nothing to him. It's kind of corny.
Now you're one of the more experienced veteran fighters here in this gym. Have you ever seen that in this gym or maybe other gym you were training at any time? And how did you deal with that? Did you ever step in?
Oh yeah, always. That's one of the things that hurt me the most is bullies. I never liked bullies, even coming up in the neighborhood and schools. I always cut in, no matter who it is. If I see somebody getting bullied, I'm always cut in.
So in the gym, you maybe you see it happen, you say, "Hey, come and spar me," and then
yeah, I'm just cut it short, because it's lame. Messing with somebody that's willing to take the challenge.
Right. Hey, it's kind of interesting in a boxing gym because like I asked some of the other guys, you have an environment where you're actually throwing fists. So does that actually lead to more bullying or maybe less bullying in a situation like this? Because on one hand, you're actually fighting people. On the other hand, you have to back it up when you have a big mouth. So
it's less bullying in a place like this because you can bully a guy and get whooped in the ring because talk is cheap. Most bullies can't fight. That was my easiest victories on the streets. Guys that claim to be bullies, those are the easiest. That's the reason why they bully. So they don't, think that nobody gonna confront them. Right. So
and here you can't hide because there's always someone who wants to step in there with you.
there.
All right, Mickey. Thanks. Hey. All right, Don. I know you don't follow sports a lot, but the huge story in sports this week is a guy from the Miami Dolphins, Johnathan Martin, left the team as a result of what he claims bullying from teammates. It's kind of a unique environment in boxing, because bullying, kind of goes along with fighting or whatever.
Yeah.
So in a unique environment like a boxing gym, do you ever see something like that in the Mayweather Boxing Gym or maybe any other gym you've been with? And how does that get dealt with in a boxing club?
I mean, it's about respect. We respect one another, and if I ever see something like that, I'm I'm definitely get on the person's butt about it, and let them know right from wrong, because we got little kids that look up to us, and it's a big thing to mentor. So we all grown men, so we got to lead by example.
Now, in a gym, is it something that's more prevalent because the guys are actually in fighting, or is it because of that it's actually less, happens less because people realize that they're in here and they have to back up their mouth. So how does that work in a gym? Is it more common?
It's like it's a bunch of trash talk, but at the end of the day, we still get along. I mean, like me, myself, and Ladell Rose, we cool. You know what I'm saying? But when we was on the verge of fighting, I mean, it was strictly business. In the ring, it's strictly business. Outside the ring, it's a firm handshake. So, I mean, you just gotta stay focused and just know how to balance the two. I mean, so you won't get like, too aggressive with a person, because that could be considered bullying. Trash talking. I ain't gonna say too much that's too disrespectful, but I'm gonna take up for myself as a man. So
Have you ever been a victim of it in the gym? Either I mean, obviously you're a little further in your career, so but maybe when you were first starting, or have you seen it from someone else? That doesn't really, to a lot of other people.
In boxing, it's harmless, but it's intimidation. So I ain't never been a victim to it, but I intimidate my opponents.
So if you see someone else doing it, you ever think about getting them in there and spar with them, and then it kind of?
Yeah, like you talking trash to him, why don't you fight me?
All right, Don, appreciate it.
All right, thanks.